Welcome to Sports Back Talk with Boley and Ringer and our good friend Woody.
We all know him.
We all know Woody, the fairly reliable guide, right?
Well, I don't know if he still uses that moniker or not.
Well,
Yeah.
Have you gone professional ever since you got in the Hall of Fame?
No, I'm taking a step back actually, and I'll tell you what, I sure like fishing from shore.
And that's exactly what we're doing today. We've had some correspondence back and forth, and Woody said, "Well, my boat's not in." I said, "Well, my boat's not in," and Woody thought, "Let's do some shore fishing."
Yeah,
Oh, what the heck?
I like old time fishing like this, and nothing
Reminds
like
him when he was a kid.
nothing like watching a bobber. You know, it's a very enjoyable, relaxing. Look, we're out of the wind, and we're in prime northern territory here. We might get a big northern. Yep.
Big snake coming up.
And I like northern. I actually prefer northern pike over walleye every day.
Hey, they're great eating.
Because
They're more firmer texture, not as soft.
Yeah.
I think they're meatier, and I think the taste is really no difference as long as you know it
How to
didn't
cook
come
it?
from that slimy northern. But
You take-
I absolutely love northern.
Take the Y bones out. That's some
True-
delicious eating.
True story. I'd catch northern up here, and I always know where to bring him when I was done fishing.
right there.
Stopped right off, and he would be running his resort. Take him like a minute and a half to flay me out a couple northerns, and I'd go home
My
and
bones were gone.
Delicious.
Ready to roll.
yeah,
I'll
back
tell you what, they're great broiled too. I love to broil a pike.
broiled pike.
Broiled
okay.
pike, man, delicious.
And
It's
healthy.
Yeah,
You know, Woody, with me, you and I, we're watching what we're eating.
damn right. Damn straight.
Gotta take care of business, right?
Yeah.
So we're definitely not getting any younger.
No.
So anyways, my fondest memories of shore fishing, I'll just go real quick here, was Rainy River with my dad and brother, and just going down by the Birchdale area.
Yep.
And my dad is like clockwork. He went to the same spot every time.
Yep.
And we always seemed to do pretty good.
Yes.
And some of the best fishing in the world's right on Rainy River, and
Yep.
we enjoyed ourselves.
Yeah, and it's still good.
We didn't have no fancy boats or anything like that. We just, grabbed a bucket. Probably cost back in then, early 70s to early 70s. Probably is a $10 a day for everything.
Probably less.
Probably
Especially
less.
if you went to Harvey Peters. If you went to Harvey Peters, you got a hell of a deal.
You know where we stopped? Outside of by the Gemmel area, there used to be a bait shop, and then there's one in Lowman.
Oh, okay.
So we'd stop at one of those places and get our bait. But
Yep.
just real fond, exciting memories. Of course, we
Yep.
didn't eat at restaurants. We had bologna sandwiches and
Yep.
things like that my mom would make up for us, and we had a good day. And I'll never forget those days. And I think that's why shore fishing is so nice. Is you basically have to talk to each other because it's just you and Dad.
Yep. And the birds and whatever else flies along.
That's right.
But excitement though when somebody gets a fish. Real excitement.
Yeah. No bobbers in Rainy River though. The current was too much.
tough,
At least that's
too
what my
tough.
dad told me.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's when I first heard the term. Yeah, I got to go see a man about a horse.
Yes.
I
Yep.
never knew what that meant.
Yep.
But,
Nothing.
Not a thing. Just meant you had to go to the bathroom.
There you go.
Nice cast
Nice,
ringer.
very nice.
I was a little afraid of that wind.
No, it
getting
was.
up there.
That's probably the best cast of the day. Woody, thoughts?
I can't see why it wouldn't be. That was a wonderful
Get out in the middle. That's about all I can say.
Yeah. Well,
The middle of about.
I'm no fisherman, so.
Well, you're an old football guy. How far are we from here to the cattails are we away? 15 yards?
I was gonna say about 12.
Okay.
I would be about that's a little bit more than a first down.
I think I
Yeah.
measured 12 right on the nuts.
Right on.
Did you? Okay. And I guess that would be a pass pattern when Bowie was quarterback.
There you go.
Get do a 12-yard in and I'll hit you.
There you go.
Yeah, Ged
So-
lives right over there. As the crow
Oh, does
flies,
he? Tom
probably about-
Gedney?
Yeah, he's about
There we go.
3 blocks away as the crow flies.
We're name dropping, so
Yeah.
that's always fun.
Yep.
What else you got going? You out for the opener this year?
No, I wasn't. I was working in my yard. Quite a few weeks ago, maybe months ago, when the ice looked like it wasn't going to go out on the opener, I moved some dates. So
Yeah.
my people moved some dates. So, I'm kind of stranded at the drive-in. That's the way it is. And I'll get back out there.
So is the ice I haven't heard. Is it officially out?
Looks good from here.
It looks.
Well, my cousin Rick was up there. He took his plane out, and he said over between Blueberry and Anderson Bay, it was a little iffy.
Okay.
So it wasn't totally out. That was Saturday when he took the pictures. So
That's got to be over now.
yeah, it's gone now.
Yeah,
But of course, my cousin Rick, he has nothing better to do than to drive around
Well,
in his plane. And
Good for Ricky.
yeah, he's got a good life going. But anyway, so no opener, and
No.
I'm like you. I'll go back to my old saying that I've used a number of times on Sports Back Talk. If the ice in my cooler's not melting, I'm not fishing. And
Exactly.
it's a little too chilly for Bully, and I like to relax and enjoy my day while on the lake. I don't want to
Sure.
fight wind or cold or any of that. So am I a fair weather fisherman? Kind of.
Yep.
You know.
That's right.
Nothing wrong with that. Although they say that when the weather is bad, even my mom this weekend was quoting that I was at her house for Mother's Day and the wind was out of the east, and she just basically said there's no sense going fishing because when the wind's out of the east, the fish bite the least.
I don't believe in that bull.
Wait a minute now.
That's what Mom said.
Where
on
did you
Mother's
grow?
Day.
You grew up in the Floodwood area?
Down towards Floodwood.
Well, here's the deal. They have that same saying here in International Falls. How does that happen?
Well,
You would think Floodwood would come up with their own stuff. I don't know.
right, and you know,
Do they even have a lake near Floodwood? Sounds like they.
There's a few.
Sounds
one
like
thing they don't have.
probably would.
One thing they don't have in Floodwood is Saginaw Bay.
No, right. Look at that bobber move. So, anyways, we're doing a little bobber fishing. We're
Yep.
about 4 to 24 feet of water. I think closer to 4 than anything. But
Yeah, I'd say
nice little
that's
area. It's a nice night. Again,
About
we,
right.
we, we
Glorious night.
we decided to have some fun tonight and do some shore fishing.
Yep.
And, you know, what better way to spend an evening than with Woody shore fishing on a nice dock?
Well, he's going to have a tough time matching what we got last year out of the boat. When we were out fishing on our show last year, that was great fishing.
That was a good day of fishing.
That
Remember
was
that,
a great
Woody? Or
I think what did we catch? We caught a few fish, some walleye, I think.
our first one was like a 25.5-inch walleye that I
Okay.
caught.
Yeah, we had to put
great.
that one back in the sink, so to speak.
Caught
And,
some nice crappies. You were good enough to give them to us. You didn't fillet them though.
You did that.
I filleted them, and I
You needed
did
the practice.
okay. But
you needed the practice.
I get in the zone when I do crappie,
Mm-hmm.
but when I only got about 7 or 8, it's a little tougher. But I believe you had a nice meal out of
We
that.
had a
right
nice
here.
meal. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
No
It was
bones?
It was very good.
So I had to be careful. I knew Eli would be munching on those
Yep.
things, and I didn't want him having to grab for a piece of bread right away into that meal.
That's for sure.
Speaking of meals, they sure had a great meal at that high school Hall of Fame dinner. It was great, wonderful. It was fun to go to.
Yeah, it was a good time. It seemed like we had a full house, and everybody that I've talked to had nothing but good positive things to say. So
Oh.
I appreciate that, and
Did it-
hopefully we can make it even better next year.
You did an excellent job there, Ringer. It was wonderful, wonderful to watch.
And I just wanted to mention to you, Ringer, because I know you're going to start receiving nominations. I'm sure my name's been put in, but I was part of the league champion team for league bowling in the mixed Wednesday night league.
Okay.
It's a championship, something I had I had an Elks championship once, but now I've gotten 2 championships, and who's ever has nominated me, maybe add that to my resume,
Get that in
and
the
that might be the one that puts me over.
Puts
Woody.
you over the edge.
Because my good buddies Neil, he's in the Hall of Fame, and Woody, of course, he's in the Fishing Hall of Fame, and I'm running out of possibilities. So
Well, shit, I mean, it's, everybody I know is in the.
everybody's in. I think the only one that's not in is me. You know, maybe there's something with maybe if ESPN watches our show, maybe I'll get in there somehow.
There you go.
What else you got?
Well, we could have local television sports talk Hall of Fame.
We could, and I would be the committee chair, president. You know, not everybody would get into my Hall of Fame. I'll tell you that, Woody. It would be a tough in.
I watched the Capitals kick some butt last night.
Well, he did.
Yeah, that was
Good to hear.
Yeah.
Who do you like on the Capitals?
Oh, I don't know that over
So you're going cliche on me.
I don't know. I mean, I just
I'll
watched
ask
the.
because I didn't watch the game. Did Backstrom play last night?
No.
No, did not.
But I was just saying that he made a nice shot there. And,
Yeah. Well, up 2-0. Tampa Bay winning giving up 2 games at home. Washington winning 2 on the road. But if you guys remember, and I know you do, Woody, The first 2 games of the Stanley Cup playoffs this year, the Washington Capitals lost at home.
Yes.
And they came back and won that series, and they've been very good. Probably the best team in the NHL since.
Well, and you're still riding your Tampa Bay horse.
I still gotta ride the horse.
Gotta ride the horse?
Yeah, until it like falls off or I fall off, I'm still going with it because
Well, I think it's pretty obvious that Winnipeg's going to take it all.
that's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
You like the peg?
Yeah, I'd say that they definitely got the top team.
Yeah, I think they're the biggest team made for Stanley Cup runs because they're so big and mean and strong. And the Wild, again, we had this conversation a while ago, Woody. We are who we are.
The Wild, who?
Minnesota Wild.
The
Exactly.
Wild. Oh, Minnesota.
We'll win good regular seasons. We'll be a top 8 team, but we don't have the personnel to make runs in the playoffs because we're tiny and we get beat up.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, Washington, Tampa lost the first one at home to Boston in the last
Yeah, they
series.
did. Yes, sir.
And I expected them to come around and take that last night and then make things interesting again.
Well, they're up 2-1.
But who was?
Tampa.
Tampa's up 2-1?
They were up 2-1
Yes.
in that game last night.
Yes, okay, sorry.
The game me and Woody were watching.
The one you guys were watching and I was not. No, I agree. You still holding the chance that they can go take 1 out of the 2 in Washington?
Well, I think they got to win at least one, if not both of them. But it's tough coming back from a 3-1 lead, a 3-1 deficit. But don't be surprised if Tampa Bay wins the next 2. Washington, until they prove that they can win in the playoffs, they are who they are, and we'll see if they can get out of that. They beat Winnipeg, or Pittsburgh, which they've never been able to do. So. It should be a fun final. And I read on the Twitter world that we could see Bufflin and Oshie, a Roseau and a War Road guy, going head to head in the Stanley Cup Finals. Well, that's why I'm here, Ringer. You keep your simple stuff. Bully will go out there into the clouds and grab some stuff.
There you go. Nice. I like that. So Tampa, you say Winnipeg. You agree with Woody?
Yeah, I like Winnipeg. Vegas's fun's over.
We said that after.
I know.
We said that after the last series.
Yeah, but we're going to be right one of these times.
Well, I agree. Winnipeg looks just unstoppable right now. They seem to they found another gear.
Yeah.
Woody,
things are happening there. What is that?
Looks like that bobber might be going down.
That would be okay.
Do we got our cameraman down there making some things happen for us? He's got that bag full of fish. We'll see if that goes down. But Woody, what else? I
don't watch too much hockey till this time of the year. I like to watch the winners play.
So you like to jump on when the guys that know what they're doing are available.
Because I think that's when they really step it up,
Who was your favorite team? Because Woody, of course, he was a Rainy River Hall of Famer at Rainy River Community College, and he's got more Hall of Fames than Henry Boucher. But I just wondering, who was your team growing up, Woody? Living in the town of Rainier and watching Hockey Night in Canada?
Hockey Night in Canada.
Who was your team? The Leafs, Canadians?
Yeah, both those I love to watch. Of course, I liked the North Stars when they came along, and that was in mid-60s, early 60s?
Yeah.
No, I think, wasn't it before that?
Just
67, 68, somewhere in there, right?
Just go with me.
66.
68 was St. Louis Blues and the Montreal Canadiens played in the Stanley Cup Finals because the 7 expansion teams were in one half and all the original teams were in the other. So, St. Louis got in there 3 times just based on how the divisions were broke up. So that was kind of a strange deal. Yep, that's what I'm here
Boston
for.
Bruins, and the Boston Bruins were great.
Yeah, Derek Sanderson. He's probably my favorite. He was your type of player.
Yes, he was.
Gritty, tough, smoked, drank till all hours of the night. And, Turk, I love the Turk.
Yeah. Then he opted for the WHA. He got the big bucks over there to WHA.
You remember who he signed with?
Was it Philadelphia?
Yes. Jeez, Woody. And he's a guy that back then he would get in a motel for $150 a night, which back then was like $1,000 a night.
Yeah.
And he would get some suits and some golf clubs, and he'd leave the golf clubs on the 18th hole when he finished his round of golf. Yeah. Just leave them there. Leave all his suits in the closet and just leave the motel. He had so much money he didn't know what to do with it, and
I think he ended up drinking himself to death.
yeah, he almost died. He's a great story now, though, Woody. He's really turned his life around, and he tells everybody about it and how bad his life was. But he was a Turk.
To be honest with you, I haven't kept up with him, so I didn't even know if he's dead or
Yeah,
alive.
no, he's alive and well. He's probably more healthy now than he was back in the upper 20s and lower 30s. But he was your old school type players, and those guys are gone.
Guy Lafleur, what a player!
Guy Lafleur, just the flower. Yeah. What I liked about the flowers, in the early years, he didn't wear a helmet. If you remember, when he played for the Rangers at the end of his career, he was wearing a Stan Mikita type helmet.
Okay.
Didn't look the same. His hair wasn't flowing in the back, and
well, most of the guys weren't wearing helmets.
No.
Very few.
If you would have had a choice, Woody, if you made it to the big time back in like early 80s, would you have wore a helmet?
No, my hair was too nice. Had good hair.
He had nice hair. He had hockey hair, as they say. I don't know.
How about you, Bully?
I might have wore. Remember the Charlie Burns helmet?
Yeah.
I might have wore one of those.
Okay.
Just to say, Charlie, of course, had a plate in the back of his head, so he had to wear this special helmet.
Okay.
So, I would probably wear a Charlie Burns. But I might have, similar to Woody, I had pretty good hair. I wore it pretty long, except when Lou made me cut it in college, and he had all these goofy rules.
The back of your head was always kind of flat, Bully, so it just didn't.
Yeah, that little flat spot. Not as bad as my brother Jer. I don't know. I thought my hair was better than yours, Woody, personally. I combed mine.
Probably was.
I combed mine.
Yep. Ringer, I think you better throw over there.
Yep.
Throw it up that way.
Yep.
I'll throw this one of yours, Bully.
Woody, how come we're not getting any bites?
Well, we had the one there. I saw the one go.
Here you go, Woody.
Perch.
I had a bite. Yeah, sure you did. You know,
Yes.
the old saying, well, how'd it go today? Well, I had 16 bites.
Right.
Didn't get any fish.
No.
But I had 16 bites.
Well, it's still a good day.
What's
Still a
that?
good
You weren't
day.
working, right?
Right.
So it was a good day.
Speaking of not working, you're almost done for the school year, aren't you?
We're counting them down pretty heavy. We got 12 days left with the kids, which is kind of nice.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. I know you're on TV and you're on camera. Do all the teachers and the students all check out about April 1st?
No, not all.
He hesitated.
Not all. I would say if you ask my kids, they would tell you there's no checking out until the last
Till
day.
May 30th or
They're
whatever.
probably mad at me right now
Because you're having a session tonight.
because we're going after it. So I think it's only natural, and I'll say it this way: with the MCA tests and everything that we have in April, it's kind of hard not to really go hard up until that test date, and then when you get there, you kind of go, okay, you can't do anything more about those tests. Let's get something done over the final few weeks.
Okay.
But let's not get nutso either. I mean, you got to remember spring sports are in the way. You know, kids are gone, especially with your afternoon classes. Things are tough. You know, sometimes you got to teach 4 days to get 3 days of material because you had 6 kids gone one day and you got 5 different kids gone the next day. So you kind of got to work your way back through and review a little bit each day and coming back through. So it's different teaching in May. It's
a little tougher.
You gotta pull the shades, keep the kids looking at the blackboard, don't you?
I'll tell you that the grass. I looked outside today while I was teaching, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the grass is really green over towards the LDs and by the stoplight over there.
That's my stomping ground.
That's your stomping grounds, and I'm just like, well, we're gonna lose them here in the next couple of days because they're gonna be out of mind, and it's tough.
You were a year ahead of me in school. You graduated, of course, 1978. What time of the year did you kind of check out?
March.
That's right. Fishing's coming.
Right.
Of course, the Masters. And,
Oh, geez.
all those things near and dear to your heart.
Yes, yes.
And yeah, March would be, I would say, closer to February. You know, right around.
when you really, when you started getting those first real meltdowns, you know?
Yeah. You watch this, now it doesn't happen anymore. Now we got winter till April now.
Yeah.
I don't know what
State
happened.
hockey tournament time kind of.
Yeah.
But we used to get nice weather in the state hockey tournament. We
Sure.
remember wearing T-shirts and stuff, but boy, it's been a tough go the last 5 years.
Oh, yeah.
Would I just?
Oh, sorry, got it.
There you got her. Man, you did that pretty slick.
Oh,
Yeah, I
Woody,
I'd had a 13 knots and he's just pushed her right out of there.
So yeah, no, that was the way she was. Boldy, I'm going to cast you again because you're.
well, yeah, and, you know, I don't know what's going on. I thought we had the right equipment. I thought we had the right bait.
We do, but I'm going to try something. I'm going
How's
to
it-
try setting yours right next to the dock, just because to see if there's anything sitting underneath the dock. It's a shade, you know. Make sense?
Okay.
You never
Is it-
know.
Is it not so I can see my bobber a little better? Like I'm a little 5-year-old here.
Well, that's part. I mean, no. But I mean, you can.
Look at that bobber; it's not moving, Woody. What do you got? Like a 10-ounce?
No, there could be a big bass underneath this dock.
Well, there could be.
So you going to the cities this weekend to watch the Preakness or anything?
Was it the Preakness? No, I got my brother-in-law Terry, the big North Dakota State family, and my sister Barbie coming up, and
Okay.
I don't know what we got planned. I'm guessing libation consumption's probably a big part of it.
Okay.
So that'll be a good weekend. I got to get down to the cities. I keep getting calls from them. Hey, Bowie, we miss you. You know.
I can believe it.
Yeah.
I can believe it.
What do you ever take like road trips to the Twin Cities?
You know, I got invited to go to a game, a baseball game this year. I just couldn't make it. I fished with the Scott Shebler last year from played for the Cincinnati Reds,
Oh, okay.
and
And they
had
were
his-
in Minneapolis.
Yeah, but I just couldn't make it down there.
Oh, is he with the big squad?
He's with the Cincinnati Reds. Yeah.
Oh,
In fact, I
wow.
just saw him. I was flipping around and saw in the highlights he hit a home run yesterday or the day before. It was I don't know. He's got like 4 or 5 homers so far this
Really?
year. Yeah.
And you took him out fishing?
Yeah, he loves Rainy Lake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where'd you take him?
I can't tell you.
Taking up stuff.
Because I'm guessing your clients that play for the Cincinnati Reds probably get some of your better fishing holes.
Well, put it this
unlike-
way: it was in fall because they didn't make it in the playoffs, so it was like late October
Okay.
or end of October.
Unlike, like, say, a lottery rep out of the Twin Cities would maybe have to be taken to a different little fishing spot.
Yes. What a nice young guy, though.
Really good for. How did he get a hold of you then?
Just fishing with some other people that we fish with, you know.
Scott Shebler.
Shebler, yep.
Okay, I'll have to keep an eye on him and see how he does.
Yeah, wonderful young guy. Yeah, doing really good.
Where's he live? Where's he born and raised? Did
I
he
think
get into
I think in Iowa, like maybe the Cedar Rapids area.
Okay.
or
Field of
someplace.
Dreams, baby.
that? There we go.
Yeah, he loves to fish, just doesn't get a chance to do it too much.
Yeah, I mean, his time of employment is basically, unless he
Yeah.
likes to ice fish, is during the fishing time. So,
Yeah, it's kind of neat, you know. Like I say, all of a sudden you flip on the TV and you see a guy
Hey, Woody,
hit the home run, and
do me a favor though.
yeah,
Next time he calls and asks for you to go to a game,
sure.
just remember your old buddy Bully, because I know he's going to have some good seats.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, I'll tell you,
I'll take care of the motel room. You get the tickets, and we'll go
Yep.
have a good time.
I think Nate Seegert ended up going with his kids and his
Okay.
wife, and
Bringing some kids, that's pretty cool.
that was good. And Nate's got a wonderful family.
Was your
there.
boys like watching a little baseball? And geez, they must be getting old.
They're
now.
getting
Rule
old, but
and
yeah, they're not real into the baseball thing. Eh?
Mac.
Mac,
Yep.
yeah. No, Mac actually.
Look at that. There's
yeah.
a fish there.
Mac's actually been diving quite a bit already this year.
What do you mean diving?
Well, he got certified this winter, and he's been diving, helping me build a dock.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's a fish there. I know there is, Woody.
Took off.
Oh, he's there. Oh, Jesus! What are we in a foot of water?
We're not too deep, but I didn't see the fish. But
There was one on there.
well,
Woody.
I saw the
There's a
bottom.
bunch of LJ comes flying up from the bottom of the river. Oh, that was a fish though, Woody. I felt it.
Yep.
She smacked it a couple times, and
Yeah.
right
next to the dock.
what do you think that could have been? Probably a little bass,
It's hard to say.
rock bass.
Could have been a little anything.
So what are your plans for the summer? What's your client base like? You're pretty,
Well, I got a
pretty covered?
good client base, you know. Just once things get rolling here, you know, you get going in.
Well,
Actually, I should have been going already, but
it's probably a good move to give your clients a better time to come up, instead of fishing in 42-degree temperatured water.
yeah,
You
well,
know.
there's some fish to be caught right now.
Have you heard anything of
Yeah,
people
no, I've
going up
heard-
by kettle? It's probably pretty good.
Yep, I've heard that people are catching some fish out there in a little deeper water, but I think some people are catching. Usually this time they're the only ones you get in shallower, the bigger ones.
Yeah.
You know.
Did Chopper give you a call and give
I
you the
didn't
Black
get the
Bay
call.
report?
No, I didn't get the call.
I think he's still mad at us from last year when we fished off his little 2-foot reef there in the middle of Black Bay. We could see his cabin right from our boat.
Well, he was waving at us. Didn't you see him waving?
Yeah, it was one finger was up when he was waving.
Well, that Black Bay is a wonderful fishery. You know, our parents fished Black Bay eons ago, and they'd go out there and rent a boat and stuff like that.
Okay.
You know, that used to be where a lot of people.
Was your dad a big fisherman?
No. But my mom liked to go once in a while. So, actually, I think she'd go with her sisters. To be honest with you.
Well, you didn't take her out for Mother's Day a few times?
Oh, of course I did. But I'm talking about back. You know, she was born in 1919, Bully.
Yeah, and that's
So,
something.
I
So
don't
she'd
know.
be 99 years old. Right
Yeah,
now.
I guess she would if she was alive. I think what happened though is that when they got the road built up, the road wasn't up there till probably I'm gonna guess somewhere in the 50s, probably 40s. I don't know. Before there was a road all the way, you know.
Before
30s,
your
I don't
time,
know.
though. Before your
Obviously
time.
before my time.
Well, not by much. What else you got, Ringer? Ask us a stupid question. We'll give you a stupid answer.
Ask you a stupid question. Wow.
Well,
There are no stupid
Let's
questions.
go. No, just stupid people
Here.
asking questions.
Did you watch the Loons play 3 games in 9 days or 8 days, and that's what they're using for their excuse for not playing well? That maybe they didn't have their legs because they played 3 soccer games in 8 days. This is Minnesota United. Yeah, how's that for
They
stupid?
didn't have their legs.
They didn't have their legs.
That's what they do.
That's what they do. They run forever.
If
Yeah,
I
that-
played soccer, I'd play goalie.
Yeah.
Because then I just right, Woody? Just stay stationary.
Yeah, and all you have to do is be a good angle guy. You just gotta
Yeah.
have some angles.
And we know angles.
Angles.
You and
Yes.
I. You and I know
Put
the
enough pool. you know.
east angle and the west angle and
Yeah.
the northwest angle.
Yeah, just gotta have the angles down.
No, I don't know if I told you this, Bully, but I'm going to Kansas City in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'm sure you're probably going there, watch a game, and drive all the way home. You're not going to spend a
I
night at a
probably won't
nice
spend the
motel.
night.
Yeah.
But here's the deal: the Royals don't play at home the entire time we're there.
Okay.
What poor planning! The T-Bones, who are in the same league as the St. Paul Saints, have 1 game and it's in the afternoon, so you can't go because we're working. So what's the only sporting action we can go watch?
Probably Kansas City soccer.
Kansas City Soccer, Sporting Kansas City, and guess who they're playing on the first Sunday
I'd say
night?
the Minnesota Loons.
They're playing the Minnesota United Loons. So guess who's got tickets?
I hope you didn't pay for them.
I did,
Oh, jeez, Woody.
because the guys I run around with, they're all soccer fans. So I'm a hit. I'm in February. I'm looking up who in the Royals play, and there's nobody going on. So I text them up and I say, hey, there's soccer going on. You guys want to go watch? I said my soccer team's playing. I got to go watch them. They're like, we're in. Why are the expensive tickets? We're in.
You got an extra ticket? Woody told me earlier he was interested in going.
I like soccer actually.
You
know.
do not.
Yeah, no, it's a good game. It's a
Well,
good game.
what's the rules?
Well, I don't know the rules, but I'm telling you, those guys are good with their fast on their feet.
Oh, they're so good and so fast on their feet. Every score is nil-nil.
I like it when you do when they do the bicycle kick. You ever see that?
Well, yeah, but they
Show them they go right over their head. And, yeah.
they get one off like once every 4 years.
Pele.
Hey, now the World Cup's coming up.
Pele was.
You said you'd watch the World Cup when they're playing country versus country, right?
No.
No, that starts like June 9th.
The Americans aren't even
You're
in.
going to be watching soccer.
No, the Woody. No, the
What about that Messi? That what's his name?
Lionel Messi.
Messi. Yeah, Messi. That's it.
Lionel Messi.
Plays, I think, for Barcelona.
He's spot on there.
Gosh,
Boy,
you were, what would you like? Read a newspaper before you came out here today? Or
No,
what?
I don't have to. You know how you know.
You've done research. You like, gosh, I gotta
Listen,
do some. I gotta read up on some of this.
I got good. I've always had good peripheral vision, but it's kind of the same with audio. I can walk into Grandma's pantry, the Rainy Lake Grill, and follow several conversations at once.
I don't even want to know the names of the people you're listening in on. I don't even want to know.
Oh yeah.
So, how about the Twins? Are you in on your Twins, or are you out on the Twins right now? Where are we at?
You know what I'm in on is the team that's on the field.
Yeah.
I'm tired of Sano and Buxton.
Are you ready to trade Sano?
If Rosario and Kepler didn't turn out the way they have, which they're turning out to be pretty good ball players, the Sano thing and Buxton thing would be bigger than it is. Sano could be out of baseball within a year. And Buxton, I don't think he's ever going to be a hitter in the major leagues. He's going to be the best defensive outfielder in baseball. But right now, I think there's times where Molitor might pinch hit one of his pitchers for him. But he just can't hit. And, Woody, the old saying, when you're out there fishing and guiding, I always told them, Woody, it looks easy because Woody makes it look easy. You either got it or you don't, right, Woody?
Exactly.
Could you elaborate on that, comment towards you?
Well,
I was leading you in a little.
Well, I know, and I'm just trying to figure out how I can score on that.
It's a decent pass. But
whoever got the goal, you'd still be saying I got the assist anyways,
exactly.
right, Woody?
Yeah, no, I don't know. How'd the Twins do last year? I
Ducks.
don't know if I followed them too much.
They made the playoffs in that little silly.
That's right.
There's a play. What do they call
wild
wild
card
card? Again, just another way to major leagues can make some money and
that's
extend out another 4 hours of my life every Monday.
What was
night.
how'd the game go? What was the score?
Twins jumped on them early.
I want to say the Yankees.
Yeah, that's right.
10-4,
7-4, 8-4, something like that.
Twins jumped on them right away. I think they're up 2-3-0, and then the judge went to work, and now they got the other guy, Stanton.
Isn't there a Japanese player now that goes both ways? He's pitcher and great hitter.
We went against him yesterday. He plays for the California Anaheim Angels. He pitched.
Ohtani? Is that
Ohtani, and he's a heck of a pitcher. Reaches 99 miles an hour on the radar gun. Has a heck of a splitter and a curve. He shut out the Twins for 6 1/3 last night.
Yeah.
And against our big pitcher that's coming up, Fernando Romero, they both only gave up 1 run, Woody. Both rookies, and Ohtani can hit also.
That's what I'm saying. He's a hitter.
He's got as many home runs as your buddy Schebler.
Wow. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Multi-talented.
Yeah, every time we go over to Japan or something and get one of their players, the guy could barely make it to the minor leagues. How come that happens in Minnesota?
I don't know.
We're too nice.
Yeah,
Isn't that what you
Minnesota
said?
nice.
My uncle says we should trade Sano for two pitchers, a starter and a reliever, and another player that we can bring up through the minors. Get rid of Sano. Let him go be David Ortiz for somebody else, because that's the big thing. Twins gave up on David Ortiz when he was 27, and blah, 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 and then he became the superstar. You better catch this one, Bull.
Well, wait for the bobber to go down now.
Well, he's nibbling, Woody.
Well, I know.
Where I'm from, smack it. I was a city boy. I didn't grow up in the streets of Rainier.
No.
Kind of like the streets of Boston, the streets of New York, the streets of Rainier.
Yes. Well, they used to say London, Rome, Rainier.
Yeah. Now, was the Woods family, are they pretty well known in the Rainier area?
Oh, we used to be. We lost some ground now.
Who's kind of taking over the Rainier Roost now?
I don't know who's in there now.
It's a friendly area. Everybody's pretty happy, and You guys will, when somebody asks you where you're from, though, I'm guessing, if you ever get down to the big city, you don't say International Falls. You say right there, Rainier, right?
That's right.
And if they don't know where it is, too bad. We're 3 miles
Listen,
east of International
listen,
Falls.
it's quite simple. We're part of the Tri-Cities. Port Francis, International Falls, and Rainier. I mean, it's that easy. Bada bing, bada boom.
I've never heard that, Woody.
Haven't you?
No.
I like that.
Are we going to call, is Island View a community yet?
No, they disbanded. They used to
did.
be called the Quad Cities.
I'm guessing they disbanded because
So
some neighbors couldn't get along.
well, I think it was the only reason they got together. I think was so they could sell off sale or something.
Oh,
They
okay.
could issue an off sale license to Stewart. I think.
What are you doing over there,
I
Ringer?
was waiting for you to catch that fish. I was going to make
Oh.
sure I had the camera in
Well,
on there. And I'm waiting for you to get
If you're
that
waiting
in.
for me to catch a fish, you better wait till September. 'Cause I take me and my buddies from the cities. I take the 6-1 tours out, and we usually do really
Yeah,
good.
you do. I've seen you out there.
But I don't fish that much during the summer, and we'd rather just cruise around and
Hit the establishment.
throw the boat. Yeah, hit the establishments, throw anchor out, bring the grandkids, go swimming. Yeah, that's what we like to do.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
What else we got? Anything?
Well, I'm just thinking about that, Bully.
Woody,
Yeah.
you gotta look at the camera when you don't.
Well,
You just don't turn your back and
what I'm doing here is I'm.
He's reeling in. So
Look
you
at it, I'm
see-
missing a
look,
minnow.
You have a, there's no mineral.
I
on
thought
it.
I had a little pole back there a ways.
there you go, Woody.
Yeah.
We bought this really nice
Bucket.
bucket from Rainy Lake One Stop on our
Yep.
way out here because I didn't bring my minnow bucket.
Yeah,
I stopped and got the minnows,
No.
and no bucket.
and I said I want 12. He said 12 what? I said 12 minnows. I said we're doing a show, and I tell you what, if we go through 12 minnows out there, that'll be good.
be enough.
It's only going to be a half-hour
And
show.
so you got about 36 of them.
Yeah, they always do that.
Yeah,
You know, they
the
always
way
do
they're
that.
supposed to do it, right?
Well, I think so, to a point. You know, they got to make money.
I got to
too.
make a living.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they want you to come back too.
Yeah, you know, but I don't judge my coming back on minnow counts. I judge the guy who works at the Loon's Nest. His name's Mike. Just a friendly, happy worker, and that's what I come back to is personalities and people that make me feel better after I stopped in his store.
There you go.
Right, Woody? That's
Yep,
like
exactly.
the ultimate
That's
compliment.
service.
You know, make me feel happier after I leave. And
Service with a smile.
yeah, there you go. What else? Anything? Let's get this close to wrapping up, Woody.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
Fishing
okay.
hasn't been real good.
Speaking of that, I
That's
mean, you
okay.
work for the lottery, right? You're working for the Minnesota Lottery yet?
Yes, sir.
Has there been any big winners from Couchiching County lately?
Couchiching County. Well, in my territory, we had two $250,000 Powerball winners on,
Wow.
on about 3 months ago. One
Nice.
a group of workers in Hibbing won together. It was a group of like 12 or 13 of them, and then a lone guy from Ely
Okay.
won. So. That was most recent.
Nice.
We get our thousands and our 10,000s and 5,000s, but I deem a big winner. Let's go triple digits. So, yeah,
I like that.
28 years of that, Woody.
Wow.
Pretty
Hey,
crazy.
are they still letting people in Illinois play
As far as
the lottery? Are they? Do you know? I mean, are they all part? Is it a multi-state lottery?
yeah, the Powerball's a multi-state. So yeah, there's like 40 states involved in that.
Okay.
So
So with the Supreme Court today opening it up.
Oh,
to
interesting,
gambling,
yeah.
You must have heard something on your sports talk today. Are we going to become gambling meccas for?
I really don't know.
Okay.
And I don't know
Tell me what
where,
happened. I missed
where it
it.
would go. Well, the Supreme Court voted on if a state wants to add betting like on football games
Sure.
on lines, the state can set it up, whomever, with a private agency, or they could go to the lottery. They could go to a number of different avenues, and people could, instead of having to illegally bet, which a lot of people do
Yep.
through bookies, they can actually bet right through the state of Minnesota. So
this is-
I don't know if I can't see our legislature the way they've been over the last 10, 15 years, we don't. They've
Does this
been
open up-
consistent as far as not wanting to expand any gambling. So we'll
Does
see
this
what
open
happens.
up the DraftKings thing that was being squashed? I mean,
This has nothing to do with that.
Nothing to do with
No,
that.
not at
Nothing.
all. This is actually I can sit at home and place a bet, and I can take the Vikings and lay the 6 points.
Okay.
So I'll get a bet slip just like I would in the city of Vegas. So
Okay.
New Jersey's probably going to get passed, of course, because they got Atlantic City and that. But I don't see a lot of states adopting it. It's a guy who would be better to ask would be Sagsog or Rob Eklund or who's the guy that's out of Cook, Bach. Those guys would be able to probably better answer those questions. But
28 years, huh?
yeah,
Wow.
who would ever thunk that, eh, Woody?
Oh, man, that's big.
It is. It's
What?
a
No.
miracle.
When are you going to retire?
Well, my goal is to retire before I'm 60, so that would make it about a
Well,
year and a half.
you would have been gone about a year ago.
Woody, I'll always be that 1 year behind you, though. That's
Yeah, right.
one
That's
thing I
right.
got going.
Well, that'd be good. That would be good.
All right, anything else?
I don't know. I'm good. Woody, you got any questions for me and Ringa
let's
before we
see.
leave the show?
How long have you guys been doing your show now?
3 years, 102 episodes.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
And we started one night in the Bronco Arena
Yeah.
3 years ago.
Yeah, 3 February.
Our first
ago.
show was me, Ringer, and Barbie Borger, who at the time
Yeah.
was working with KCC TV, and we've been doing it ever since. And we just basically do it in the wintertime to have some fun, kill
Sure.
off the months, and again, our last show will be
Memorial Day weekend, and then we'll
Memorial
probably come back
weekend.
about
and
Labor Day.
I got to give her a call, by the way, and
Okay.
confirm where we're going to do it.
Yep.
Well,
How about you, Woody? You going to go fishing next weekend?
Yep. I gotta get my boat out.
You got Kevin Constantine coming up, I understand.
yep,
so
yep.
maybe I'll
Hall of
take
Famer,
Mars.
Bronco Athletic Hall of Fame.
Yeah, there's another one. He's
Yep.
in.
Yep. Well, you'll get in there.
You know,
one of these days.
considering how connected I am to the
You should
chair,
have been in long ago.
I don't know. I got Division I, background. I mean, there's
Sure.
a lot there.
Well, I think that we just got to get a petition going.
No, I don't want to get in that bad.
Get you in the back door.
Good to see you, Woody. Always a pleasure.
Thanks,
and
Woody.
next year,
Good to see you. Next year we'll have the boat
next
back.
year we'll jump in your. What do you got? A Ranger?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Yep.
seen it up there by the Brule there. Not
Yep.
to give away one of Woody's spots, but
Your bobber's moving around again.
texted him, and we didn't catch a fish, Woody. And
No, I know.
It would be
I
nice
can't
if
believe
we
it.
had-
For the first time doing this show.
yeah,
Well, I can't believe
Thanks,
that.
everybody.
thank you. All right,
Thanks, folks.